Hello, Kevin.
Hi Joe. I'm trying to like not geek out too much, but I'm a huge fan. That the
Uh,
Raid, Warrior, especially Warrior. Like, oh my God, they are
I
such a
love Warrior,
badass.
Kevin. You have no idea how I'm still mourning that beautiful show is not going anywhere. Ah,
I still have hope. I was hoping with the Netflix switch, like, come on, like I was like,
yeah.
watch it. But I'm hopefully something happens,
Hopefully,
um,
hopefully.
but at least you're still kicking ass. You're still doing big things, and
Very
Uh,
lucky.
yeah. You just have Mortal Kombat. We had the Fears coming out. But I have to know what was your reaction knowing you get that rematch with Yayan?
My reaction was I was so glad that in the Furious I'm gonna fight him again. With the reason that I know him so well and he knows me so well. Um, we're easy to say that me and him, we can just get up in the morning and fight without really thinking about anything else. That's simple because after the raid, it's almost like we're one. I know how he fights. I know how he thinks. I know how fast his responses, and I know the way he fights, the psychology of Yaya when he fights, and I know for sure he knows me. So the most important thing that when we have to work together again, all we have to know is just what is the fight. That's the fight. Okay, let's shoot it. That kind of thing.
That ease, that like perfect confidence that it's just
Yeah.
gonna turn out the way you want. That's awesome.
Yeah, chemistry is the most important thing in fight scene. It's very true. When you have the chemistry, you can accomplish the most hard fight scene ever. You know.
Kind of going off the chemistry, you're usually the big bad. Like you're taking out like tens of people at a time. I can't remember a character there you haven't had at least a two-on-one until the Furious.
Yeah,
So kind of a two-parter. Like what was it like kind of developing that side to side or fighting with a Z against people
yeah,
and and then specifically what was it like being a character having to team up with someone to take on
yeah,
Brian's character.
yeah. I believe I think yeah, you're right. I think the last couple projects I played kind of over the top roles that you know, and then almost like for me, it was nice. It was nice to be badass. It was nice to be kind of like the king of Chinatown or the king of Linkway, whatever, right? But in this one, I play a journalist investigator. So being truthful to my character, he's not a kung fu master. He has judo background. He trained martial art, but it doesn't mean he's not like ex special ops or ex assassin from somewhere. So to being
Mhm.
truthful to the character, I know from the start that I had a discussion with Kenji. Okay, this character, he's gonna suffer. Kenji, I believe he's gonna suffer. But the beautiful thing about this character, he has one mission to save the love of his life, and then he and his wife also have a dream to save all those kids. Those are my motivations, and those are enough for me to keep going no matter what. You know. So I remember one time after that moment that I got hammered by Brian, there were two options. That are we gonna play logic or are we gonna play truthful to this character? And then Kenji gave it to me the options, and I told Kenji, I played so many kind of like over the top characters. So in this one, I want to be truthful to Naveen. I think that moment I got hit probably fractured my ribs. I got hurt, heavily injured. So from that point until whatever fight that he's gonna face, I don't want him to deny that happened. I want to carry that he got injured. I want to walk differently. I want to bring that pain throughout until the end. So, and Kenji said, "Are you sure?" Because most people probably want to look. tough all the time. And I said, like, I don't really care, because we have so many tough characters already. So let me play the human here. That, because there are logics that in action movies, and some decisions, of course, deny those logics. Somebody could just get stabbed and then fall from whatever, and then walking and running. But I think it's beautiful to have that, but also because we have five characters, strong characters, why don't we represent each, truth about this character? And I want to represent the truth about Naveen. I want him to build those injuries one fight to another until the end. Almost like he doesn't have anything else to do, to hold on, and then the only way for him to win is to do something unexpected. So I believe that's a beautiful journey, and I love this character so much because it's so different than other characters that I played. Yeah,
Uh, yeah. I gotta say, like, for I'll save this for after the movie releases, just so I can talk about the spoiler. But like, dude, you know how to do a death scene. Oh my God, like I feel so bad. Like this is
Uh,
like I was like, no, like like yeah, with Jaka, like the way you kind of just like
yeah,
you fought it till the end. You're still fighting, even like
yeah,
dead. You're still fighting, and then this
yeah,
one too, where you're like,
yeah,
I'm making everything happen. Like you can play a
yeah,
death scene. But I think what's a little more impressive to me, because all of your other characters have always had the aura of a fighter. Like you could
yeah,
like I'm not fucking with this guy no matter what. This is
yeah,
the first time I felt you were a normal guy at first.
yeah,
And could you speak to a little bit of like how do you shift that, or how do you like lose that presence?
yeah.
Like I've never seen it like completely disappear in
Yeah.
such an impressive way like that.
I think once you understand the character you're playing, and then you realize that what this guy can do, what this guy cannot do. So it's all about performance. I believe I can play tough. I can play a guy that will kill 100 people when he comes. But if I believe this character can do it, you know, as an actor, it's all about belief. And then with Naveen, even though Kenji and the team kind of like, well, it's an action movie, then it's okay. But also for me, I don't believe is this character after one injury to another, he just be badass.
Mhm.
For me, because it's quite clear the definition of it's written there. He's a journalist investigator that trained martial art, but he's not special, you know, like SWAT team or Navy SEALs or ex, assassins in a dock or whatever. He's just a normal human being, and I want to play a normal human being because I want to be truthful to it. So if I believe that, and then the way I watch, the way I walk, the way I fight is being truthful to this guy, and then it's a lot more easier when I believe that. And then of course if I see a threat. And Navin is the type of character that he's always on edge. You don't know what's going to happen. This guy could die at any fight in the Furious. I think that's something that for me it's beautiful. It's an instant purpose that I played it that way because in contrast with Xian Miao is very composed. That he can take care of whatever situation, and then he already covered that area, and then we're talking about a duo movie, and I want to cover it in a different area. So it's a decision. But for me, it's that's the right decision for me as an actor. For me as a martial artist, because usually people want to win every fight and want to look tough in every fight. But in the Furious, my decision heavily on actor's perspective. Yeah.
And it comes through, and yeah, that's my time. But thank you so much, Joe. Thank you. I'm again such a huge fan. I
Thank
love
you,
seeing
Kevin.
everything you're in. Look how much you're developing and just like growing and expanding. And I can't wait for everyone to watch the film.
Thank you so much. Thank you for doing this.